Look, now we got the whole thing exposed. Let's have some fun with the can of air. I was told on another video not to mess with this, but it's not turning on, guys. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute. What's up, guys? It's your boy Allan Wade. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If it's your first time here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Welcome to Dubb Nation, and hit the thumbs up button. Give this video a thumbs up so that it does good and it performs good in the YouTube algorithm. Guys, today we are going to be cleaning our brother SE600 embroidery machine. We've been using this for about, I don't know, a little bit over maybe 2 years, maybe longer. So I haven't cleaned it out, I haven't had maintenance to it or anything, and I thought this would be useful. I don't know how to do it exactly, but we're gonna figure this out together. Screws, I see some screws, and we're just gonna figure this thing out as we go along together. The things that I have to help in this is I have a can of air, got it on Amazon, and I have some oil, right? Machine oil, saw machine oil. Got this from Joann's. I'm gonna find it on Amazon, put the links down below. And a regular Phillips screwdriver. And I have the kit that came, the conversion kit that came with our machine. We're going to take out one piece that I think we're gonna use. That's the little metal piece that looks like a quarter kind of sorta. Quarter kind of sorta. Oh, here it is. Down here. It's a little tiny metal piece right here. It's like a little circle with a flat piece on it right there. We're gonna use that. But guys, if you don't have a flathead screwdriver, I thought that this actually had one, but it doesn't. Oh, another thing we're gonna use, just in case we need it, is that the flathead type of thing, whatever. So we got a Phillips screwdriver, we got kind of like two flatheads, and then we got a can of air, and then we got some oil. All right, you might want to get a towel or something like that, maybe to wipe it off. But let's just dive into this video, guys. We got to clean this machine out. I'm interested to see what's inside of it. So let's get going. It's time to get busy with this thing. I've already taken the time and take the top thread out. I'm gonna take the bobbin thread out right now. Put that off to the side. Go ahead and leave the bobbin plate off. Gonna go ahead and take this piece right here and remove the two screws that are at the bottom plate. We're going to try to take this whole thing apart as much as we can, guys, and clean this bad boy out. Like I said, I'm real anxious to see what lies below and how much gunk and buildup this machine has gotten over the years and what's inside of here, you know what I mean? Because like I said, the whole time I've had this, the most I've done was remove this plate right here and clean that part out, but that's about it. So I just removed that screw right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish removing this screw right here. All right, just go ahead and try to twist it with my finger there. All right, once that's loose, you set it, both these screws to the side right here. Make sure you don't lose them. Right here, and take this plate off. First layer of stuff exposed. All right, what else I'm gonna do, another thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get rid of the embroidery attachment. Take that off. I took that off by squeezing this little lever at the bottom. It sits like this, and you just squeeze this little lever, push that little lever right there, and that slides out. All right, so remove that, put that off to the side somewhere. All right, and now we have this part right here exposed. I can see all types of buildup and fuzz down there. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at this and make sure you realize and you see what position it's in. Let me see if I can get you guys a good look. Make sure you guys look at this and see what position it's in so you know how to put it back. Then you just simply take that out. All right, once you have that out, we can go ahead and take our can of air and we can go ahead and blow this out right here. all that out. Get all that built up crap out of there. All right. All right, set this off to the side. Got that cleaned off. And I want to blow this out, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to take this machine apart a little bit more before I start blowing that out. Now I'm looking around, seeing where I see screws. I see a screw right up front here. So, and I think that screw takes this, oh wait, you guys can't see that, I'm sorry. I'm looking around the machine and I see a screw right over here, in here. And this part, that screw looks like it's holding this front part in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna unscrew that and see what happens after I unscrew it. See if it does anything. Okay, that just gave us access to exactly, and look, it's a magnetic screw. If you got a magnetic screwdriver, your screw won't get lost, all right? So I'm just gonna sit that in here so that my screw does not get lost. Sit that in there and leave it right in there. Set this to the side, look inside of it, make sure it's clean. Just blow it out, whatever. Set that to the side. All right, so now I got this whole arm piece off right here, exposing everything that I want to see that I need to clean out. One more part up here, guys. So let's get it cracking with that part. All right, right around here, I see that there's a screw right here. And guys, this is the first time I'm doing this. I've never done this before, but it makes sense. My Racoma machine calls for it to be oiled every 4 hours. Man, I've went for almost 4 years and not done anything to this thing. It's been about 2 to 3 years. You guys can look back in the videos and see my unboxing of the SE600. It's been that long. Don't know exactly how long it's been, but it's been well over, look, 2, 3, 4 years. Look at this. What's that right there? Some type of oil or something like that. All right. And look, now we got the whole thing exposed. I see plenty of lubrication stuff in there, but there's plenty of stuff to clean. I'm gonna basically oil all the moving parts. Let me turn the wheel on the side and see what moves. I'm gonna oil all the joints right there, all these joints over here. Everything that moves, I'm gonna oil. All right, but first, let's have some fun with the can of air. All right. You guys want to see the top part first? Let's see the top part first. Let's see if anything goes flying when I... All right, so I'm just gonna blow that out. See what we can clean out in there. All right, that's pretty good. Nothing really, no thread normally gets up in here. Now at the bottom part, this is gonna be the fun part because I see plenty of gook up in there. Let's get a good shot for you guys.
Hey guys, if you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that like button and throw that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. A-Dubb Productions, yes.
You guys see all that fuzz and all that? See all that fuzz? Watch this. Get rid of all of that. Get all that out of there. All of that down there. Look at that, that's crazy. And I'm trying to blow it this way so it comes out and doesn't go inside of the machine. Do I want to go a step further and try to take the other part apart, guys? Let me see. This is sufficient to me to clean. I think I got it pretty good. This can of air is getting really, really cold. All right, and we're almost out of it. It doesn't have as much oomph left in my can of air. It's almost all used up. But for the most part, we got this nice and clean. All right. Get down in here. Down here. Definitely gonna have to order more can of air. We got nothing left in here. Going very, very weak. And the straw part flew off. All right, so I'd say that's clean enough, guys. I'm not going to take the machine apart anymore. It could be taken apart more because I see there's like a line on the body right here, which means this part separates from the rest of it. Dare I try to separate it? Let me look at it and examine it a little bit more, a little bit closer. I was told on another video not to mess with this, but I am curious, but I'm going to leave it alone. This appears to be the plate that holds everything together. You see the rivets right here, and I think that you can take it apart, but you know, I don't want to go that far because I don't think it's necessary. I'm just looking around the machine, trying to see what else there would be to hold it in place. There's a screw in here and a screw in here. That tells me that that's holding the front part to the back part. So, and a screw here and a screw here. Why don't we just, whatever, while we're doing this, well, let's see. I'm curious. I know you guys are curious too. Oh, you guys haven't been, look at this, sorry. Sometimes I start filming and I don't realize where the camera's aiming. So there's a screw here, there's a screw down here, and there's a screw in here. I don't think this screw has to do with keeping this together, but I think this one does. So I'm just gonna unscrew this. Right now we're just seeing what holds what together right now, guys. And as I'm unloosening this, unscrewing this, I feel it seems like it might be doing something to loosen up the body. But we got this screw out, all right? And then we're gonna go down here to this screw. It's deep inside. All right, let's see what we got. If it's coming apart. What is this? Look at this. I don't even know what this is right here. Look at that. I didn't even realize that was even there. There's a switch right here, guys. I didn't know what that was. Didn't know that. All right, there's another screw underneath here. That tells me that probably keeps that together too. So I'm just gonna unscrew this one first, if I can get it. All right. All right, we got this out. That's a little off camera right there. I'm trying to keep everything in camera so you guys can see everything. All right, that screw is off. And these screws go in particular places. Let me see if they're the same. Yeah, the body screws are the same. So with the exception of this one was different. Don't even remember where it goes, but I'll review the tape for that. That's a good thing of recording this stuff, all right? So now, what else we got? Not coming apart yet. So we got this one. I suspect this to be holding the body together. All right, I just want to see the inner workings of the SE6, guys. All right, this is another body screw that's similar to the, okay, these screws definitely have to be, okay, this one is right here. They definitely, all the screws are not the same, so you definitely got to be careful how you're taking this apart and what you're doing, because you could potentially not know how to put it back together. Okay, so I've come this far. Might as well go all the way, right, guys? May as well. Am I gonna get this thing apart? I don't know. We'll see. If not, then I'll put all the screws back together. But I know somewhere there is somebody in the YouTube space that is probably taking this whole thing apart, and it might not be me. Okay, so this is loose now. This is loose. Don't want to break anything. I'm just looking around it some more to see. And to get this front part off, I'm betting that I probably have to take off that bottom plate, but I don't want to. And I'm trying to see, because I've seen people take this plate off before, right here. Of course, I don't want to break it. And if it's not moving freely, so, okay, there you go. You just pull that back here, push that up, and that comes off. And that looks good. Clearing that off, all right. And I mean, it can. You know what, guys? That bottom plate might be holding everything together, so this is as far as I'm gonna go. I think we're fine. We're just gonna oil the moving parts. All right, I'm just gonna get my oil here. Is this the one that, does this top snip off or does it? All right, cool. Got the top off. We're just gonna do a little bit of oiling. All right, so I'm gonna start from the top. Wherever I see a moving part, I'm gonna oil. So I see something back here that moves, a little metal joint that moves. Drip some oil in there. You guys can see. Let me see if I can get you guys a view. All right. I'm turning the wheel of the machine, and I'm just looking for moving joints, moving metal joints. Wherever I see a moving metal joint, I'm gonna oil. All right, there goes the oil right there. Boom. Little here, little there. All right. What else? Back here, there's something that moves. All right, one down here. All right, that moves. All right. Back here, I think I already got that. Get it again. That's okay. That moves. All right, there's got to be a joint back here. All right. This right here moves. You can drop some oil at the bottom, at the base. Down here. All right. Zoom out a little bit. Drop some oil in here. That whole thing moves. Maybe down here, because at the bottom of the plate has to be something. What else? A little bit up here. That's a moving part. We're just oiling all the moving parts, guys. All right, this right here, this whole thing moves. There's a moving joint right there. Right there. Over here. All right. Moving part back here. And just oil it and make sure everything is moving good. It feels good. There's one down here. Some down here. There's something back here, like a spring or some sort. Okay. And I think that's it. I think I got everything. This does something. We got that already though. Alright, and we are pretty much good to go. That comes up, that comes down, that goes around. That's it, guys. And I think now we just put everything back together and we should be good. Got some right there. A little bit right there, a little bit right here. A little bit in here. Yeah. And that'll oil that whole wheel right there. That's good. Alright. You guys get oil up here. Alright. And I think that's sufficient. Just let it move. I was oiling the needle, guys. Let that move a few times. Alright. And that concludes that. Now let's put our machine back together, shall we? That's going to be fun. Alright. Now if you have some excess oil, if you think you oiled too much, and just get something like a towel or something. I got one back here. And I think I might have added too much oil to the bottom part. So I'm just going to like dab it. Just dab it because you want to oil it, but you don't want any oil dripping on your stuff, on your garments, all right? So you just want to lubricate it. All right, so boom. Looking good. Got that all cleaned out. See the inner workings of your machine. The grease is still in there. Look, there's stuff all the way inside that I can see turning. But of course I can't access all the way back there. I have to take the whole machine apart. But for just light maintenance, I think we've accomplished that. All right, I think we did what we can do. All right. Looking all right here. All right, let's put this thing back together, guys. Let us put this thing back together. All right, the first step, let's get this back on. All right, this goes on like this. Put that on here, down there. There's a groove right here, it slides in. This is gonna be interesting putting this back on. That goes in there, that goes in there, and that slides in here. Very, very interesting. Goes in a type of way that is difficult to okay, that goes between there. So this goes right here, under here, through there. Does that go in front of that? Yeah, that goes in front of that. Cool. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, got that back in. All right, that looks about right. Yep. All right, cool. That's good. That's part one. All right, part two. We're just gonna put this back on. All right, this faceplate right here. We gotta remember which screw goes here. I think it's this one. All right, guys. Might not be. We're gonna screw it in and see. That's definitely not it. That's not the one. This is the part where you run into problems when you forget what screw goes where. All right, this screw looks about right. All right. And worst come to worst, if you put the wrong screws in the wrong places, it's okay, because as long as you got screws inserted into the machine, then that's all that really matters. As long as all the screws are flat and flush, that's all that really matters, guys, to be honest with you guys. This one does not seem like it fits. All right, so I'm gonna put it over right next to it. Like, this guy doesn't even know where the screws go back. But what you can do, because I was recording this, is go back and look at the tape and put the screws in the corresponding position. So I think I'll do that, but for right now, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As long as the screws go in flat and flush and hold everything together, it really doesn't matter. All right, and I think I'm putting them in the right spots. That obviously can't fit in that hole right there. This obviously can't fit in that hole right there. All right, so can it fit down here? Yes, it can. So that goes there. So some of these screws can't fit certain places. So that already tells you what goes where. Because if it could fit, it would go. So this is the wrong screw for that part. No, it's not. No, it's not. Give me a second. Give me a second. This screw goes over here because it's thin and it can fit. All right. So not every screw can fit in every hole. So that alone gives it away and tells you where these screws should return to. All right. All right. So they made it kind of simple, stupid. So you can't put the wrong screws in the wrong places because they can't fit. All right, the screws can only fit in certain holes. All right, now this one, last one, goes in here, back in here. All right, let's hold that. Start screwing that in. All right. Didn't even need to do all this part right here, but we did it. Why? Because we, trying to see if we can get done here. Trying to see if we can clean this up. I'm pretty sure that this screw is not the original one that was right there. This screw was somewhere else, but it's okay because everything is held together. I'm okay with that. All right, now that's in there, that's together. Next part is the front plate right here, which fell on the floor. Let me get it real fast. Ooh, and that's what I'm missing. This front plate right here goes onto right here, and there is a screw missing. Did it fall on the floor? Great. Hate it when that happens. I put the screw in here to make sure I did not lose it, and what happened? I'm missing a screw. All right, guys. Missing a screw. And I know what screw it is. It's that long screw that's supposed to go inside of here. Screw here, screw here, screw there, screw there, screw there. There's one screw. Let me find it. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pause the tape and look around a little bit. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right, that was a mess. Found the screw though. So let me examine this real fast. Just a little small hole, and this is definitely the one that goes in it, because when this fell in the back, it fell behind my table, and when it fell, the screw was inside of it, so that's why I couldn't find it. All right, and it's just a little small screw that goes into this little hole in the side to hold that part right there into place. All right, cool. All right, got this joint cleaned out. Put this thing back inside. All right, make sure it's all clean. Looks good. I know exactly how to place it. Just goes in like that. Excuse me, guys. And then we replace this door back on. This metal part right here goes just like this. Goes just like, nope, actually goes like this. All right, there's a little lip right here. Little lip, let me show you guys. Little lip on the SE6 under here. Slips in here, and then this part kind of like slides down. Now guys, if you do all this and then you turn your machine on and you get an error, then I'm telling you right now, it's because of this plate. It gives you like a little plate error. All right, so you just got to adjust the plate. And my little flathead thing to screw these screws, the little metal piece that fell down on the floor too, so I'm gonna have to find that. I swear it was sitting right here. Jeez Louise, everything just, oh, here it is. I got it. So okay, it was underneath it. It was next to my can of air. So I'm going to put these last two screws on, and then we're going to turn our machine on and make sure everything is fully functional. Because if this plate is in wrong, I'll get an error message on the screen. Now this is one thing that I have done. I have removed this plate and cleaned underneath here before, but I have never taken my machine apart to the extent that I just did with you guys on camera on the fly, like I like to do. So boom, that's tightened up, and tighten this one up. That's tightened up. All right, now let's turn this bad boy on and make sure everything works. See some oil dripping right there? Now what you want to do is you want to wipe this off before you start embroidering anything, because the oil will drip onto your stuff. All right, so don't over oil like I probably just did. Well, not probably, definitely did. All right, so let me plug this bad boy in. Give me a second, guys. Come around the other side, and let's plug up. All right, moment of truth. Will it turn on? Did I destroy it? Moment of truth. Will I get that weird message? It's not turning on, guys. Did we just ruin our SE600? Oh, it's not plugged in. God, I got scared just now. Sheesh. I'm like, did I just break it? Oh my gosh, it wasn't plugged in. Oh my gosh, that was type scary. I gotta buy a can of air because I just killed all that. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. This should be in sewing mode. All right, looks about normal. All right, it's cool, cool. And this right here has moving parts to it too, guys, but I don't know how to clean that. I'm just gonna can of air that, all that moisture. That's how you can tell your can of air is done, when you see all that moisture on the inside. All right, I'm gonna reattach my embroidery attachment right here. Just gonna power off, power back on again. Converts to embroidery mode. After it cuts on, I'll tap the screen, lower needle plate. There's no needle plate cover. Okay, that's the message I was talking about. There's no needle plate cover. Now, you're getting that message because we didn't put this down right. And it's actually not the whole thing, it's just this part right here that's not in right. So I'm just going to, could take off the whole thing, but there's a way to take just this part out. Let me take this off. Just this part can, I've done it before. But I don't want to break it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna unscrew this again and reattach it till that message goes away. All right. Yeah, it says no needle plate cover, and this is the needle plate right here, and obviously it's on, but we're getting a no needle plate cover message, and that's okay. Don't panic. One time I got that message back when the machine was fairly new, and I had took this off to clean it, and I thought I had broken it, but I saw videos on YouTube where people fixed it. All right, so we just lift this up right here, just examine it a little bit, make sure everything's together, and I'm literally just gonna put it right back in. I took this up, all right? I'm just gonna look at the bottom of it, holding the screws with my fingers, make sure everything's attached, right? Because this part comes off, separates from the other part, right? So what I'm gonna do is, with the screws, my fingers on the screws, I'm just gonna blow this part because I see a little bit of dust on here. A little bit of can of air that I have left. Just blowing that. Let me put it right back in. Right back in this way. All right. This way. Right back in. Okay. All right, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Second, guys, a little struggle here. That's because I left those screws in. I'll take the screws out. Now I can get it in. Alright. Alright. And that has to be seated correctly. Alright. I think it's seated fine now. Alright. Put that back in there. It appeared to be seated fine before, but I got that needle plate, no needle plate error. Like I said, don't be afraid of that needle plate error. It's really this part right here. I just didn't want to try to mess with it and separate the two. So let me tighten that back up again and see if it went away. All right, back on. Might still be there. What do you think? What do you guys think? Oh, reposition the needle. That's because on, raise presser foot. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, cancel. Alright, good to go, guys. Got this thing back up and running again, and everything is all cleaned out, and we're ready to go for another 1,000 embroideries. We're ready to go for another 1,000 embroideries, guys. Great machine. Now we're going to put all our stuff away, put this back in our sewing attachment. All right, put that back in there. Put our half empty bobbin back inside the correct way. right as it illustrates on the picture. And our SE600 is all cleaned out, all oiled up, ready to go. Put the lid back on your oiler thing. Put this down in here, and we're good to go. Now guys, you will notice I did not obviously take the machine all the way apart. I didn't want to mess with it too much and break something, but I'm quite sure somebody can go deeper and take this entire thing apart and separate this part from the back part, and then clean and oil the inside here, and even down on here sometimes on the spool where you wind a bobbin, you'll get some thread. Like I see a little bit of thread on there. I'm just going to grab some tweezers and try to tweeze that little piece of thread off. But there's working parts all in here. I'm quite sure somebody can figure out how to take the rest of it apart. I didn't want to do it on camera, all right? We do stuff on the fly, but we don't do everything on the fly. But hope this helps. Just that little light maintenance right here should be able to keep your machine running for years to come. Just that little light maintenance right there, guys. Maybe in another video, maybe next year or something, we'll go further in and try to take this, separate the front part from the back part, and then we can really do some serious oiling. But for right now, we're good, man. We cleaned out the inside, oiled up some stuff over here, over oiled it. We're good to go. You know, just let it sit there for a little while. Make sure you got no oil dripping so it doesn't drip on your garment. And that should be it, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Use my Amazon link and continuously check on Amazon to see if they have any SE600s back in stock. I think they're coming back in stock on sometime in early February, so you guys might want to check that. Keep on checking on Amazon and use my Amazon links if you're buying anything on Amazon. If you're purchasing any heat transfers or anything like that, use my heat transfer warehouse link. And if you'd like to step up to a big boy commercial embroidery machine, use my Racoma affiliate link down below in the description below to inquire, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys found it useful, found it helpful, and are confident enough to dive in just like I did and clean out your SE600 can of air. Amazon, I'll leave the link down below for that. Oil, Joann Fabrics or Amazon. I'll leave the Amazon link to some oil down below so you can oil up your machine, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's your boy, Allan Wade. Thanks. Peace. See you guys on the next one.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?